The Steelers currently leading the AFC North with a 4-1 record after beating the Browns 23-9. It's a quiet 4-1 record. They face yet another division opponent, the Bengals, this Thursday, who have a new starting quarterback in Joe Flacco, as we know, who was traded by the Browns to Cincinnati before Week 6. Mike Tomlin had some words about it.
To be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
I love Mike Tomlin.
Forever and always.
I love him.
I mean, there's no lies detected there, but nonetheless, does he have a fair complaint, Steelers fan Stephen A?
Yes, I don't want to say it's unfair. I mean, he's right. He's right with what he's saying, but I'm just like, well, I think he's right about what he's saying. But why should the Browns be concerned about where it's all about the assets that you get, what you're looking for. You got Joe Flacco. What can you get for Joe Flacco? You know what I'm saying? You got somebody desperate enough to give us a couple of picks for him or whatever. What are you going to do? I'm just saying they're not thinking about, the division moving forward next year, the year after, or anything like that. And they know how much they're hurting. And if the Bengals come and they're so desperate that they're willing to make an offer, it's like, it's no big deal to me. You're dealing as a team. You're not looking at the AFC North. You're not thinking about Pittsburgh or Baltimore, the fact that they're within your division. You're thinking about, listen, we got an asset that we want to get rid of. What can we get in return for his services? And it's just that simple. So for Mike Tomlin to comment about it, I mean, he has every right to do it. I don't think he's wrong with what he's saying, because I do think that's an aberration. It's an anomaly. I don't think that's normal. But the fact that it happened is not a big deal.
Yeah, but nobody questioned what the Cleveland Browns were doing. We all praised it and said it made sense. Joe Flacco in 4 games led the league in turnovers. They were done with him. The Cleveland Browns are on a reconnaissance mission to figure out what they got in those young QBs and whether or not those guys can be a part of the solution at that position moving forward. Nobody questioned the logic behind Andrew Berry trading Joe Flacco. You signed a guy in the offseason, and guess what? You were able to flip him and get a mid-round draft pick for it.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
It's a
brilliant move. But here's the problem. It only makes Mike Tomlin's job that much harder.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure he's tired of looking across the sideline against AFC North opponents and seeing Joe Flacco as the quarterback. And then, oh, by the way, at Pittsburgh's facility, they got projectors in film too.
Yeah.
They know that Joe Flacco is a much more competent quarterback than Jake Browning. And when you got them 2 avatars out there playing wide receiver and T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, with a big-armed quarterback like Joe Flacco, they're going to have more than a puncher's chance in any single game that they play. So where before, the Cincinnati Bengals were one of those teams you could pencil in a dub in the ledger, not no more.
Right.
And that's what Mike Tomlin knows on a short week against the division rival.
Yeah, I think, look, I love it because this is like when we played, like you never helped out your opponent. It didn't matter. In any division opponents, you never helped them out. It didn't matter what was happening to you. You weren't going to help them out. So I like that from Tomlin. I'm like, it's a little nasty, but I appreciate it. But let's be real about Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, when they played the Colts last year, basically told his defense, keep AR standing up and upright because we don't want to see Flacco. They get hurt, and then Flacco comes in and beats them. Yeah. So you know what I mean? So it's like he gets it. He knows. He's seen Flacco in Baltimore. He's seen Flacco, the difficulty he can give you. He understands the quality of who that player is. I think, from his perspective, it makes his job much tougher than had they faced, Browning before. But I just love it because he says so many great things. This is the first time he's personally offended. Hey man, this is a shot at Andrew. But to your point, if you're the Browns, you do business. They're nowhere near being in this mix of the AFC North. So why not? Why not get some kind of capital?
1,000%. But let's keep it a buck. Like, I understand playing Joe Flacco is a lot harder than playing Jake Browning. But if you're Mike Tomlin, you have no excuse not to take advantage of the misfortune of all of the teams in the AFC North.
He knows
Lamar
that.
Jackson hurt, Joe Burrow hurt, the Cleveland Browns rolling out rookie quarterbacks. You got out to a 4-1 start.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no excuse.
No. Well, he doesn't have an excuse.
Not to dominate this
division. But I'm just saying, the tone of your delivery right there, let's couch that a bit. He is doing it. He is taking advantage of it. They're 4-1 because we didn't look at the Steelers and expect them to be 4-1 after 5 games.
No.
We certainly didn't expect them to be at top of the AFC North. But they are.
Yep.
So he's actually taking advantage. He's doing what you're saying.
Stephen A.
He's doing what you're saying.
They were the same last year.
I understand
they started out 8-2.
I agree with that.
happened.
I agree with that.
Exactly.
So, all right, but we ain't there.
They only
We
won
ain't
2
there
of the
yet.
finals
Right
seconds.
now, he's taking advantage. Lamar Jackson's coming back in a couple of weeks.
Stephen A.
Lamar Jackson's coming back in a couple of weeks. Okay? He's right there.
Stephen A. They have a 77% chance, according to our FBI, to win their division. The only team in football that has a better chance is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we'll see about that with what's going on with the Carolina Panthers
You should
and the Atlanta Falcons. But I'm saying, the Steelers have no choice.
It's a little bit
no
disingenuous that you just threw that number out because last week the Ravens were still favored to win that division. Last week they were favored.
They were favored. They were favored in your eyes because they weren't favored in mine. I wrote the Ravens off weeks ago. I wrote the Ravens off weeks ago.
71%. Last week it was the Ravens were supposed to get out. Like, I don't know who's doing them, but I'm betting against that.
Exactly. The books got it wrong last week.
Okay, hold on. Now, wait a minute. First of all, Lamar Jackson might be coming back, but if they decide to trade away half of their players in the trade deadline, the Ravens might
They
look
were
like a
bad
much
even
different team.
when Lamar Jackson was there.
Their defense was atrocious
They're
as well.
awful.
Okay,
Not the
atrocious.
offense.
So there's that. This division is terrible, the AFC North. Let's just call it what it is. What Mike Tomlin's saying isn't wrong, though. Who the heck says this is in the most crowded quarterback room in all of the National Football League said, Joe Flacco's going to be my starter, and then decides to trade him to a division opponent. He's not lying. He was right.
He's not lying. But you know what? Listen, Joe Flacco, I mean, he torched the Steelers last year when he was playing with the Colts. We get that part too. But the bottom line is that Cleveland might think he's so bad right now. You know what you complained about Mike Tomlin, you should be able to beat him at this stage of point in his career. You could have that kind of mentality. I understand that. Mike Tomlin is not wrong, however, with what he's saying. The point is valid. It's just that it really, really shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter at this point. Go ahead and do your business.
Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
I love it. My favorite
tenure is awesome.
Took the group chat to the public.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite part. My favorite part is
full name.
They could have went out on Andrew Berry on a lot more than that. He just waited until it was the Flacco thing. But you know what happened? Like it was last year that when they were playing the Colts and he told them, make sure you don't knock AR out of the game. I don't want to see Flacco. Flacco comes in and beats them. And so he's got he's seen some Flacco days where they come back. He's salty at Andrew for making that trade in the division. I love the old school mentality.
Yeah, I think he does understand exactly what's going on, and that's why he doesn't like it. He feels like...
What is it? What is going on?
I mean, he feels like the Bengals got a little bit better, and the Browns don't care about what happens in the division this season. So they're like, all right, let me get some picks, whatever, and don't make my team. He wanted to go up against Jake Browning, and now he's got Joe Flacco.
And you got him twice in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So if you're concerned about Flacco, then I can understand being.
And for Andrew Berry and the Browns, they're looking at it like you said, Nick. You got a draft pick, and they're also looking at it as, you know what? For the Cincinnati Bengals, we don't want you to end up with the number 1 pick. We're going to give you Joe Flacco. He'll be just good enough to win a game or two. Now you end up picking in the teens, and we're actually helping our team for the future. We don't give a damn about the Pittsburgh Steelers and how it impacts them. We hate everybody in the division.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not his job to worry about how it impacts anybody.
I don't even think it was even that nefarious. I think it's like, we're done with this guy. Someone's offering us something. We're going to take it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like they weren't going to play Flacco the rest of the year.
Let's go back to the beginning part.
Yeah.
Are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to win that division?
I mean, the rules say somebody has to.
Right.
Like, that's in the rules. So, look, I don't.
It hurts him.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you'd have to say yes. But, like, get back to the Bengals beat them Thursday night. Like, are all bets off? Do the Ravens have a softer schedule coming up and get their quarterback back healthy? I mean, it's not over. We've seen the Steelers start out hot and fade. That wouldn't be the first time it's ever happened. So they're the only ones, really, that things have gone well for so far in that division.
Yeah, no, I think I would lean towards the Steelers. However, like the Ravens defense, without getting the people back, played a little bit better, honestly, a lot better against this Rams team. If Lamar comes back and that offense goes back to scoring 30 points and has
It's a lot of ifs.
It's one if.
I mean,
It's
look,
one if. If the defense keeps playing good, if Lamar comes back, plays good, if they score 30 points a game, you can't group them all together.
If Lamar comes back, they score 30 points.
Oh, okay.
Bye.